Hey everybody, Dr. Nick here on Feel Good Friday, another episode of Lessons from Bodybuilding. Today I'm going to talk about one of my least favorite sayings, but I hear it all the time. In work, in training, in life, my least favorite saying is everything in moderation. Everything in moderation makes you mediocre at everything. Everything in moderation makes you mediocre at everything. If training and nutrition is something that you're into, and you go about it with the attitude of everything in moderation, you will be a mediocre weightlifter, bodybuilder, whatever you're training for. If you look at your family life with everything in moderation in mind, you will be a mediocre family member. If you look at work and say everything in moderation, you will be a mediocre worker. If you look at your diet with everything in moderation, you're just going to be a mediocre eater, a mediocre dieter. In life, you're kind of walking a tightrope, and Layne Norton talks about this often too. You're kind of walking on a tightrope of balance. Certain times in your life, you're going to have to grind in certain areas. Sometimes that's going to be training. Sometimes you have to go above and beyond and go 100% into training in order to accomplish something. Knowing that saying yes to something is saying no to something else. So yes, you may be sacrificing work, you may be sacrificing family, you may be sacrificing other things. But for that time, on that tightrope, you're leaning more toward your training. If it's your family, if there's a family death, if it's someone's birthday, if it's some kind of family gathering, and you're on that tightrope, you're going to lean more toward your family. Okay? You're going to go 100% into your family. You're going to give them your time, your undivided time. Saying yes to family is saying no to other things. But while you're there, you're 100% there, giving everything you got. If it's work, if there's a big project coming up, if you're trying to plan something, if something big is coming up and there's going to be a stretch where it's going to be tough and busy and you have to grind, that tightrope, you're going to be leaning more toward work. Saying yes to work is saying no to other things. But in my experience, that's the only way to be great at anything, or above average, or succeed, or meet your goals or surpass your goals, is to grind every once in a while. You have to. You have to make sacrifices. Everything in moderation makes you mediocre at everything. And it's important that when you are grinding in one area of your life, you're giving it your all. Because what that's going to do is when you have to sacrifice and take from that area, it's going to be okay. If you have to sacrifice your training to give to your family, that's okay, because when you were training and you were grinding in your training, that 100% commitment paid off. If you have to sacrifice family for work or for your training for some reason, it's going to be okay as long as the time that you give your family, you're giving them your 100% undivided attention, presence, and love. They're going to understand that. They're going to understand that you have to grind every once in a while. So long as when you're with them, you're giving them your all. And they know that you love them. They know that you care about them. But don't be mediocre at everything. Nothing in moderation. You're limiting yourself in every area, in every aspect of your life. Again, I don't know everything. I could be completely wrong, and I may look back on this and say that was completely wrong, and I don't agree with that anymore. But right now, that's how I see things, and in my experience, that's what's worked for me so far. It's not always easy. It's absolutely not easy. But you're going to be on that tightrope, and if you just stay on the tightrope completely balanced, I don't think you're going to be as successful or reach as many of your goals in different areas of your life. Stay on that tightrope, but understand that it's okay to grind every once in a while. I hope this helps. Once again, take it with a grain of salt. I do not know everything, and I'm probably wrong. But it's what I feel now. It's what I've learned from bodybuilding. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.